She didn't look like someone who once moved the world without being seen. Hair tied in a neat bun, silver-rimmed glasses resting lightly on her nose. A plain beige coat draped over her shoulders, just another quiet passenger on Flight 792 from New York to Seattle. Seat 15F. Window side, anonymous, invisible, exactly how she liked it. Her name on the boarding pass read, Amelia Stone, a name chosen carefully. Clean, unremarkable, safe. But that wasn't her real name. The flight attendants didn't know her. The passengers around her didn't know her. The world believed she disappeared 5 years ago. Only a few people ever knew her true identity. Even fewer knew the call sign that once made world leaders go silent, Ghost Falcon. And today, for reasons she wished she could ignore, her past was flying right back toward her at 5:75 pre-takeoff. The engines roared and the aircraft lifted smoothly. Amelia barely reacted. She looked outside, calm, fingers resting gently on the armrest. Seat 15E beside her was occupied by a chatty finance analyst named Derek. He had already explained his job, his company, and his cat twice. So what do you do, Amelia? I'm retired, she answered, eyes still on the clouds. At your age? He chuckled. You don't look a day over 32, she smiled politely. If only he knew. Government, he probed. You give me intelligence vibes. A soft laugh escaped her. Something like that, something. Like 6 years of covert aerial operations. Something like missions that never officially existed. Something like serving in the only squadron that didn't answer to any flag. Only to world stability. She closed her eyes. She wasn't supposed to feel anything about that life. She had buried it. Left it behind. Then the turbulence began. Not normal turbulence, controlled vibration. Not random, patterned, recognition signals. Her eyes opened sharply. She wasn't imagining it. Someone, or something, was trying to communicate. Unusual disturbance. The pilot's voice crackled through the cabin. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be experiencing an unusual flight delay pattern. Temporary holding pattern due to, air traffic. The sentence trailed off in a way no commercial pilot would ever allow. Passengers looked around, confused. Amelia's stomach hardened. That was not a civilian pilot tone. She pressed her fingers lightly to the window. From the corner of her eye, a glint, then another. 2 dark specks slicing through the horizon at predatory angles. She recognized the formation. Exact spacing, speed, stealth silhouette barely visible under sunrise glare, F-22 Raptors. Her pulse stayed steady, but her eyes sharpened. The Raptors moved like wolves circling prey. Strange, Derek muttered. Why would fighters? Before he finished, a soft voice whispered from behind. They found you, didn't they? Amelia turned. Seat 16F, a teenage girl, maybe 17, staring at her with eerie confidence. What do you mean? Amelia asked. The girl leaned in. You're not just a passenger. Nobody becomes a ghost by choice. For a moment, Amelia's breath stopped. Who was this girl? How much did she know? Before she could respond, a sudden gasping scream erupted from the front of the cabin. A woman clutching her son pointed outside. Passengers turned to look. A third fighter jet appeared, not American. The contour, paint pattern, and intake shape were unmistakable. Chinese J-20, a hostile stealth jet, over U.S. airspace. Impossible. Amelia's fingers curled around the armrest, heart still unreadable. She whispered, why now? Then the cabin intercom cut off to static. A deep encrypted tone hummed through the air, a frequency only elite pilots would recognize. A coded ping call sign request, her old world knocking on the door she swore shut. She hesitated only a second, then tapped her ring against the metal armrest 3 times. It's Ghost Falcon. The signal was subtle, but in the skies, it was a thunderous revelation. And outside, both Raptors suddenly tilted their wings in unmistakable acknowledgement. They had just saluted her. Passengers gasped, pointing. Amelia closed her eyes. She had stayed hidden for years, but the sky never forgets its legends. And now the legend was being summoned. Back the threat, the J-20 tightened its angle. The F-22s locked into defensive formation around the commercial jet. Inside, cabin pressure felt heavier, tension thickening like storm clouds. A man in seat 2A rushed from first class. Tall, military posture, jaw locked. "Ma'am," he whispered urgently as he reached her row. "We need you in the front," Derek blinked. "Who are you?" The man flashed a badge, one that no civilian should ever see. Strategic Command. Oversight, Tier 0 clearance. Amelia didn't move. "I don't fly anymore," she said quietly. "It's not about flying," he replied. "It's about stopping a war." She stared at him. "That aircraft isn't here for us. It's here for you." The cabin trembled again, not turbulence this time, but the shock of an approaching lock-on radar. Passengers didn't know it yet. The world didn't know it yet. But history had just shifted in seat. Amelia stood slowly, and the F-22 pilots, watching from the clouds, spoke as one over secured frequency. "Ghost Falcon, welcome back," the girl in 16F whispered behind her. "You can't outrun destiny." And for the first time in 5 years, Amelia Stone, Ghost Falcon, accepted her fate. She walked down the narrow aisle like a ghost returning to her battlefield. Flight attendants froze. Passengers whispered. Someone tried to record, but a sharp voice from 2A barked, "Phones down. National security." The murmurs died instantly. Amelia didn't need to show authority. She carried it in the calm of her step, the unshakable quiet of someone who had once commanded the sky. As she approached the cockpit, the man from 2A whispered, "Why did you answer the call sign?" Amelia didn't look at him. "Because it wasn't a request." Cockpit. The cockpit door unlocked with a click. Someone inside had already granted access. Inside sat the captain, sweat beading his forehead, hands trembling over the controls. His co-pilot stared out the glass, face pale. "The J-20 keeps pinging us," the captain stammered. "What is happening?" Amelia leaned forward, studying radar signatures. The Chinese fighter wasn't attacking, it was waiting. "Open secure channel," she said. The captain blinked. "You don't?" Before he finished, the hidden compartment beneath the communication panel slid open, activated remotely by the man in 2A. Inside, nestled in matte black foam, a classified military comm override module, only issued to deep shadow units. The captain's jaw dropped. "Who are you people?" "I'm retired," Amelia said softly. The man in 2A corrected her, voice sharp. "She was never one of us. We were one of hers." A silence fell heavier than gravity. Amelia plugged the module in. The radio clicked. Static. Then, a voice, calm, disciplined, speaking Mandarin accented English. "Ghost Falcon. The sky remembers you." The captain's breath caught. So did the F-22. Pilots listening on encrypted channels. The world had amnesia. But legends don't fade for those who fought them. The opposition. "What do you want?" Amelia asked, tone steel. The J-20 pilot paused, respectful, almost reverent. "You grounded our greatest ghost. We were told you vanished, but I knew one day the Falcon would return to the sky. Not a threat, a challenge, a duel between shadows." Then the voice hardened. "I come with a message. Not war, but if your command forces engagement. We finish what the world never knew began." The captain stared at her, horrified. "Is he saying?" "Yes," Amelia said. "He's one of mine. Not hers literally, but her era. The silent battlefield, the secret wars. The invisible pilots fighting in skies the public believed peaceful. This was not enemy and ally. This was ghosts recognizing ghosts. The past returns her." Fingers hovered over the console. "You shouldn't be here," she said. "Neither should you." His tone softened. "Your world tried to bury you. Our world refused to bury your legacy." The F-22 squadron leader cut in, voice tight, emotional. "Ghost Falcon, say the word and we clear him." Amelia closed her eyes for one brief second, as if listening to forgotten wind over a night sky. "No," she whispered. "Not." Yet she switched to a private frequency. Only true elite ever learned. A Cold War relic, outlawed. Denied by every government, her voice dropped. "Honor skies. No witnesses." A long silence, then the J-20 pilot repeated. "Steady. Honor skies." The F-22 pilot's voice came next, reverent as prayer. "Honor skies." It was the old oath, a pact between warriors without borders or flags. Protect the innocent. Respect the sky. Answer only to truth. The cockpit seemed to hold its breath. The choice. The Chinese pilot spoke again. "Falcon, are you returning to flight?" She stared out the windshield, at clouds glowing gold, at jets circling like guardians of history. "I don't fly anymore," she said. Then why respond at all? Her hand tightened around the base of the chair. Because she still heard the sky. Because ghosts never rest. Because peace wasn't given. It had been fought, quietly by names history never learned. She gave the answer in a whisper not meant for mortals because duty never dies resolution. Her next command shocked everyone. "Broadcast this. Civilian flight unarmed. Escorted for safety. No hostile action permitted." The F-22s acknowledged. The J-20 pilot responded last. "Falcon, the day you choose the sky again, the world will feel it." Then he broke formation, climbing into sunlight like a blade vanishing into heaven. The Raptors eased formation and held escort. Inside the cockpit, silence until the captain whispered, "Who are you?" Amelia looked out at the sky, the only place she ever truly belonged. "Someone who chose peace over legacy," she said. Then she turned, walking back toward seat 15F, to anonymity, to a name that wasn't hers, to a life not built for legends. But as she passed the teenage girl, the girl whispered, "Ghosts don't retire." Amelia didn't answer. She only touched the window with 2 fingers, the old salute to fallen wings, and whispered to the clouds as if they remembered her. "Honor skies." And somewhere high above, 3 fighter pilots answered in silence, because even invisible heroes leave echoes, and the world will never know how close it came that day, to a war only ghosts would have fought.